All right, here we are, our 2008 Bryant 210 Bowrider for sale. We're here near Norris Lake, Tennessee. Obviously, we're off the water today. This one is stored at the seller's residence. They've got a nice little covered storage for it. This is a one-owner boat. And this one is in very good condition, in my opinion. This is powered by a 4.3 liter Mercruiser V6 inboard outboard stern drive engine with the Alpha 1 Outdrive. Now, this engine actually has a brand new block. It is going to come with a 3-year transferable warranty. It's going to be transferable one time to the next owner. So that's going to take warranty coverage on this one through April of 2027. The boat itself only has about 220 engine hours on it. Essentially, it had freeze damage from about, I think it was about 2000, the winter of 2020 to 21. And if everybody remembers, the year 2021 was not a great year to be really buying anything. We saw lack of inventory and high prices on about everything from boat engines to even new boats, as well as a lot of other things. So actually they just actually put that new engine block in this spring, so spring of 2024. So this one is now ready to go. I've actually been running a little bit, trying to get it through the break-in period. I think it's got about 10 more hours to go, about 10 hours on that new engine right there. So now before we climb inside, I do want to take time and point out we are on this Bryant, well, it's actually a Shorelander trailer. It's got the Bryant name on it because Shorelander made that specifically for Bryant when this boat was new. We do have a swing tongue. We've got a spare tire carrier up here. Now it's a little bit older tire for the spare right there. The tires on the trailer itself are 2018, 2019 tires. We've also got brakes on that. Those are electric disc brakes. And this is a 5-flat trailer hookup. So this is going to be your adapter. It's going to take that to the pin hookup for most trucks. But now it's not a 4-flat, it's actually a 5-flat. Basically any trailer that does have brakes and they're not surge brakes, it's going to require a 5-flat connection. Everybody's used to the 4-flat, but the 5-flat's catches some people off guard. I'm having a little bit of trouble getting that adapter back on there one-handed. I'll leave it there and do that later. But yes, you actually have 5 connections right here. That's because your 5th connection is going to be for the brakes. So in addition to swing tongue, the spare tire, disc brakes, as you look at your brakes, we've also got guidepost, but they're lighted guidepost. This may be the first listing I've seen these lighted guideposts on. These are really cool. So your turn signal is actually going to be integrated to that. Then also, if you ever load in the boat at night, it's basically you're going to have those posts lighted, so it's going to kind of really shine your way to where your trailer is. Help you get centered up a little bit more easy. Of course, anytime you've got the guidepost, it's much easier to get centered up. And then here's that Alpha 1 Outdrive we spoke of. We've got a 4-blade stainless steel propeller on it. So again, the boat and the drive, about 220 hours. That engine block, just about 10 hours on it. 3-step swim boarding ladder right back here. Before I utilize that to climb on, I'm going to go ahead and show you back here on our integrated swim platform. We do have stereo remote switch right here. It's going to be full functions for everything. And then we've also got a little integrated self-draining cooler, or this is really great to just use for like exactly what they have it for right here. Just some rope storage, basically anything that's going to that can be wet or get wet. It's a great place to put it right there. It's going to have that little drain. It's going to drain right out through the bottom of the boat, right through there. There's your through hole where that's going to drain. Got 6 pull-up stainless cleats on this one for tying up. You're going to have a pair up here in the stern where we are now, a pair midship, port and starboard sides, and then a pair up there in the bow area. So, and while we're climbing on, I should point out, as usual, you'll find the full list of specifications, features, options, current asking price, as well as all of our contact information. That's all going to be over our website, which is at www.yournewboat.com. Now, for your convenience, there will be a direct link to the listing page for this one down in that video description. So if you stumble across this video on YouTube, down in that video description is going to be a link over to our website. Now, if you're watching this on a device that does not show you that video description, then our website's simply yournewboat.com. Put that in any web browser or mobile phone or whatever device of your choice. Click enter. That's going to load all of our inventory or price. Whenever you see that orange lettering, that lets you know you're at the right place. Look for that Find Your New Boat button. When you click it, it's going to populate all of our inventory. They're going to get loaded in order of price from high to low. So all you got to do is scroll down until you get down to this one. Again, this is the 2008 Bryant 210 Bowrider for sale. We're here near Norris Lake, Tennessee. Again, this is that one owner with that that newer engine. So this ski tow hookup right here. So we're going to be pulling anybody from a towable, inflatable tube to skiers, wakeboarders, everything like that. So I'm going to get pulled off right here. And then we've got nice large basically sun lounge that's going to double as your engine hatch, or engine hatch doubles as your sun lounge, however you want to see it. What I love about this is that we've got the walk-through transom. Now I've also got this kind of in the raised position, so this is going to be really nice for anybody that likes the sun, wants to lay out, lounge a little bit. That's going to be kind of in that tilted up position, give you a little headrest right there. And then of course you can simply just take that over. Now there's our walk-through transom. I'm going to go ahead and put these little support arms back in their position. I'll lower it down again to let you see. So that's going to be flat right there. And if you've seen any of our video tours in the past, I always like it when you can get from the platform to the cockpit of the boat without having to step on a seat. And that's what you're going to have right here with this little flip up filler cushion. It makes this a true walk-through transom. It's going to be some storage right here. That's going to be a single battery. That's a 24 Marine Start battery, and then plenty of storage otherwise. Close that, walk on through here. We've got that snap-in carpeting here in the cockpit, as well as on our walk-through step. Now we can close this right here, and then here is our cushion that's going to simply layer in right there. And so now you've got full use of all your seats back there. Love the storage on this one. Just about all your seat cushions are on a hinge. Makes getting things in and out of here one-handed much easier anytime you've got the hinge there. Lower that down, and then let's see, I believe this one raises up as well. Got a nice large in-floor ski storage locker. That's carpet as well. We've got a little mount for your anchor light. And then here in our cockpit, we've got your driver and passenger flip-up bolster seats. What I'm referring to is this piece right here. Simply going to raise up. You do that on both your driver and your passenger side. And that's going to allow you to be able to see over your windshield. If you got passengers up there in the bow, you can see over those a little bit more easily as well. And when you're done with that, just simply push those back down. Right back where you started. Tilt steering right here at your dash. Got a Ritchie compass right there in the center, as you can see. It's a little bit more lighting in there. Gauges are going to be a battery volt gauge. That's going to be your engine water temperature. It's going to be a tachometer with a digital hour meter, speedometer, oil pressure gauge. This can be your drive trim gauge and your fuel gauge. And then we've got a depth finder, a little digital depth finder over here. Stainless cup holder right there in that dash as well. Function test everything on this one. This is going to be your driver stereo remote. So you got one at the swim platform, one here to driver's seat, and that's going to control our, we've got a Kenwood. Yeah, Kenwood. That's going to be an AM, FM, CD, USB, satellite ready stereo. We've got 4 speakers. Got 12-volt power outlet right here as well. So if you're using some type of a MP3 player like that, get some more lighted in here for you, maybe. It's about as bright as we can make it here. There's going to be a 12-volt outlet right here. Recharge any devices that you may have brought along with you. And of course, we'll raise that back up. 2 more stainless cup holders right here. And we do have cup holders we have in total. We got 7 of those in total. So you got 3 right here. There's 4, 5, and then 6 and 7 up there in the bow. Those engine hours. Let me turn this key here. Now you're going to hear that beep in there. That's actually a low oil pressure alarm that's going to go off. That's going to go away as soon as you turn that key to start it up. But you do get that when you just first turn the key. Let me turn that back, put up with that beep sound just a little bit longer, and then that's going to be our boat hours. The 220.7 hours on just the boat itself. Again, I believe there's just less than 10 on that new engine. So now you saw that kind of light up there at the dash. That was whenever I hit our navigation lights. When you do that, it's going to light up your panel as well. And again, we function test everything on this one. We got a functional horn. We've got functional courtesy lights, docking lights, your bilge, and your blower. Of course, we also function test those nav lights as well. I think I said that already. All right, going up to our bow area, we've got your little walk-through windshield here to the bow. Turn that lighting down just a touch there. Again, we've also got those hinged seats up here in the bow area as well. So we've got some storage under that one. There's those 2 stainless cup holders we pointed out earlier. This can be a dedicated Igloo cooler storage compartment right here. This is going to be, do we have it on here? What is this? I do not see the size on here. This looks to me like about a 24 quart Igloo cooler. Not for sure we'd see the size on there, but they, now, you can also leave that cooler at home, and here's your self-draining compartment right there to use as a cooler. So, but again, it is kind of meant to be dedicated storage for that carry-on cooler. It's nice having those storage integrated. It really is. You pack that cooler. You don't have to worry about getting around it in the cockpit and moving it from place to place. It's also great to have it kind of right there centered in the bow area right there. If you got a lot of people in here, it's good to have a little bit extra weight up here in the bow. This is going to be our cover right here that I pulled off, but that's also storage space down there. And then here's that anchor storage locker. Got an anchor, a bit of rope included. And then here's your other 2 pull-up cleats up here in the bow. Nice stainless grab bars right there for your passengers riding up here for the bow as well. All right, let's head on back. Let's raise this engine hatch. And here was that 4.3 liter turnkey start Mercruiser. Again, this is the V6. I believe this one has, what's the horsepower on this? This is 262 cubic inch. I believe this one comes in about 190 horsepower. We'll try to have that posted over at the website. And again, this is essentially a brand new block. And again, you're gonna have transferable warranty on this. Nice size amount of storage over here, just to the port side of that engine. Also should point out, this is kind of like a small little storage bag right here. Now it's snapped on right here. That's to give you access. If you're doing some maintenance on this one, you can get right through there and access the side of that engine block. There's one of your drain plugs right there for whenever you are doing some winterizing. And of course, we've also got that snap-in carpeting back here in this storage compartment as well. Very nice feature. So yeah, this one is going to be ready to go. It's rare to have an older boat like this with some mechanical warranty on here. So this might be a great option for somebody starting out. It's a good sized boat. You don't need something huge to tow this. With the 21 feet that this one is, Dry weight of this boat is only going to be about 3,075 pounds. Now, dry weight means a boat without any fuel or gear on board. So keep in mind, we got a 31-gallon fuel tank. If you got some water toys, life jackets, and other gear on here, that's all going to add to your total weight. Probably want to figure about another 1,500 pounds for that trailer as well. So you're talking, as far as the boat and trailer and fuel, probably talking around 5,000 pounds. Again, just be aware of any other gear that you're putting in there because all that adds up. But yeah, this would be something that most people are going to be able to tow probably with the 1500. Again, check your owner's manual in your truck. But you don't need anything huge for this one, and this one is rated for 9 persons. Here's our capacity plate right there. So it's a really good option for a lot of people. Again, this is really clean. So now's where we will start kind of with our wear and tear portion of this one. There's not a whole lot on here. Actually, before we leave the bow, we just had a few little stains up here. Upholstery's in really good shape. Got a few of those stains. Have not noticed any rips or tears anywhere in the upholstery. Let's double check that back here. Make sure I'm not lying to you. Let's look over this driver's seat cover. You get a little bit of a stain maybe right in there. Yeah, the upholstery and all of this looks good. This small another little stain here and here. Now using some good product on there, you might even be able to make those disappear. Do you have a little bit of storage kind of underneath your passenger and driver feet? And just trying to give it a real good once over here before I step back off. Make sure I didn't overlook anything. This is just a stain right here. Upholstery's in good shape. Maybe a slight one right there as well, and over here. Maybe a little bit of wear around that windshield. Yeah, that was just some dirt right there. Got a small little stress crack right here at the back of this windshield. See that little crack right in there? Just a little stress crack right there. Yeah, otherwise everything looks really good. Let me go ahead and walk on through here. We can get up close on the exterior of this one. Make sure I didn't overlook anything here on this sun pad. Yeah, everything looks really good up here. I have a few little light scratches on this swim deck surface right here. Very light right in there. It's really nothing to get too concerned about. Right in here too, just a few scratches. Maybe somebody had a wakeboard or something on here. It slid around and just scratched that a little bit. Now if that bothers you, well, we've also got a little bit of wear here on this is basically just a glue down pad right here. It's designed to kind of protect this platform. You could always remove this pad right here, put down some maybe some foam decking that's quite popular now. That might cover some of this up and also protect it if you are going to be doing some skiing and boarding or water sports, things like that. You can do something like that, and it's going to keep this protected from some scratches in the future. But yeah, we got a few little scratches on there. Now there's some dirt, dust kind of in there as well, but that's a little one right there. There's a few little scuffs and scrapes. Again, nothing really major in that area right there. Would be kind of considered average wear and tear in my opinion. A little bit more wear right back here on this one maybe, and a few little cracks right there on that little pad. Maybe a stress crack or two right here at the corner of this swim ladder. Right in there is where we're looking. Okay, and a few more little scratches right here on the edge. Let's go along through here. Okay, nothing real major. All right, now this is your rub rail right here. We've got a nice rub rail. It's going to be a stainless insert with kind of the rubber around that rub rail. So that's designed to take some dings, take some bumps instead of harming the boat. I'm trying to see if this was just dirt right in here. Kind of like a light scratching in there, kind of in that little crevice. Maybe another light mark right in here. And then a few more, again, just really light little scratches on this one. That's catching your fingernail right there, so that's not going to disappear. And actually, I think this one's had a wax job on it here recently. So basically, any of these little marks we're seeing now, they're probably going to be here. But I have not seen anything yet that would be very concerning. It's really in good shape. I actually thought I saw something. I think it was actually a little bit of wax on there that just didn't get wiped off yet. There's that pull-up cleat. And again, yeah, moving on up above the rub rail here on this pass. Everything's still looking good. Another really light kind of scuff right in there. Otherwise, above the rub rail looks really good. Kind of the same trend continuing around over here. Okay, and here's a pretty good. This is probably the most significant mark so far. Now that's like another very light stress crack right in there. Get the camera to show that. Yeah, right in there, just a real light mark. And then right here, this is kind of a scuff on this little piece right here. Kind of goes all the way down. Get nothing major. And then a few more of those as we continue this edge along through here. And the lighting sometimes has to hit these just right to see it. Let me move around a little bit. You see that other little light scuff in there again. Nothing real major. And then this is kind of more similar to what we saw on the other side. A few little scuffs and scrapes on there. And down here on the rub rail, we've got another little mark, just slightly. Okay, now let's drop down below the rub rail here. And let's see how we're looking up here. Gonna disappear. I think those are gonna go away. Well, this one maybe not. I'm not quite sure what that is. Could just be a little dirt on there. Yeah. Not really seeing anything too alarming here. That's another little scuff. Nothing big. There's one. This is probably just above the water line. Just a slight little scratch in that gel coat. Slight little scuff right there as well. Now we're sitting on top of gravel right here, so don't let that fool you. You might see something that looks like something, but it could just be a reflection from our surroundings. Okay, now right in here we got a few more slight little marks. Yeah, you see that right there? Now that's a very light surface scratch on that gel coat, just barely catching the fingernail edge. Similar there. None of those are really deep. You know, if the light hits it just right, you can see it. And then there's another one right here. Yep, that's gonna be more of the same. Very light little surface scratch on the gel coat there. Nothing to really get excited about. Here's a few more little scuffs just below the rub rail up here at the bow area. Now, typically up here around the bow, we'll see some marks from putting this on the trailer. Looks pretty good. A little bit of wear right here underneath the rub rail. Yeah, just a slight little mark right in there. That one's actually through the gel coat a little bit. That's probably the deepest thing that we've seen so far. Everything else has been pretty limited to just a little scratch, a little bit of wear right in there. Even this deeper one, that's really nothing to get too excited about. And then below our rub rail here, let me get around this chain. Everything looks pretty good. Let me reposition, get a better look down there. Okay, now here we got a few little marks. We kind of check her all the way down below here. Looks like we got a little bit of road dirt that's kind of blowing up on there a little bit, but now we do have a mark right over here on this side. Let's show you this one right here. So this one we got a kind of a little gel coat scratch. Starts about right here. Got another one below it, a little bit lighter. And these are working their way back, and then they get a little bit deeper right in here. So that is probably from some hardware on that bunk that was maybe coming through at one time. I can see they've got some tape on there now, so they've probably tried to pad that up a little bit better so that that's not a problem anymore. Another small little light scratch right there. And then yeah, so I'm gonna assume that's gonna stop probably about right in that area on the bunk. You know, those are just kind of some surface scratches in the gel coat, but yeah, these are getting a little bit deeper. This boat's gonna be in the water. You know, you might seal that up with either some silicone caulking, maybe some 3M, 3600 or 4200, something like that. Don't want to go permanent on there, but just something to give you a nice, good watertight seal on there. All right, checking this side. Again, we're going below the rub rail this time over here. Now we're on the port side. Let's check down here below the water line around our center point of our hull here. Very light scratches there. We might have let me move our camera here. Might have a little bit of a, yeah, those are all pretty minor marks right there as well. Similar here. It could have been something kicking up off the road right there. Another kind of real light mark right in here. That light hits it just right. Yeah, right in there. That's very minimal. And then very similar over here on this side, right? Kind of in line with this bunk. These look a little bit worse. These kind of feel about the same as the other side. Actually kind of look worse than what they are. They do not seem very deep. Let me check this spot right in here, because this one looks a little bit deeper. Yeah, that one's probably the worst of it right there. Just gets a little bit deeper. And then now here, right next to that bunk, we've got a few where you can kind of see it's kind of broken that gel coat surface. Bear with the camera angle here just a moment to get you closer. Yeah, so that's, now that one's in the fiberglass right there a little bit. So again, that one right there where you can see that fiberglass, at a minimum you want to get that sealed up. Maybe some 3M 4200. You can also do some gel coat work in there, especially if you're going to be leaving this one in the water. Then you can have a little gel coat work there and basically make all of that disappear. If you're primarily going to be trailing this, then maybe just some 3M 4200 and call it a day. And the fact that those all kind of line up with the bunks, probably had similar issue over here. Maybe some hardware coming out of that bunk, and it looks like they've at least caught onto that and maybe replace that hardware and thrown some looks just like maybe some Gorilla tape on there, just give it a little bit more padding. Looks like we might have something just below or behind this wheel well right here. Let's see if this is anything. I think that was just a little bit of dirt that kind of wiped right off. This might be a really light scratch right in here. Little bit, oh, that scratch kind of comes across right in here. Again, that one's very minor. Oops. Sorry about that. And let's check the bottom of this whole line. Let me step back here, make sure we didn't miss anything over here on this side below the rub rail. No, everything looks really good. Check this side right in here. Looks like some wax got rubbed off on that trailer a little bit. Yeah, everything looks good over here too. Let me go around this corner a little bit. See how we look back here. Yeah, it's good. Just a little bit of dirt on there. So I think that's gonna do it. Let me double check this side over here. Yep, I think that'll do it. So there's our wear and tear. Mostly just some light gel coat scratches. Nothing real major, but they're I think the bulk of that, or the worst of it's going to be right along in front of those two bunks on both sides. Those probably need to get just sealed up. But again, if this is something you're going to be leaving in the water, of course, if you're leaving in the water, you also going to want to bottom paint it. If this stays in the water for more than a few weeks at a time, there's no real science to hull blisters. But if you are going to be in the water, leaving in the water for more than maybe 2 weeks at a time, that's something you might think about doing some bottom paint on. But if you're in the water, maybe just for a brief period during a week-long vacation, something like that, then you're fine. So again, this has that new engine block for that 4.3 Mercruiser V6 turnkey start. Again, that's got that 3-year transferable warranty on that to the next owner of this one. And everything did function test on this one. It's going to be a really great boat for someone. Again, this is all freshwater boat. About 220 total hours on the entire boat, and about 10 on that new engine block. So I think I hit all the highlights on this one. Any questions, please reach out to us through our website. We do not monitor the YouTube comment page. So if you do have any questions about this one, please reach out to us. Again, all you got to do, look for that link in the video description. That'll get you right to the listing page. Or if you're not able to view the video description, then the website is yournewboat.com. And just scroll down till you get to this one. After you click that Find Your New Boat button. When you do make it over to the listing page for this one, you'll be able to contact us by email, by phone, by text. That's whatever's most convenient for you. But we do like to remind you that if you call us on the phone, you get our voicemail. Keep in mind, we're very frequently in areas without cell phone reception. So if you do want to return a phone call, please just take time, leave us a message. Let us know which listing you're looking at, what questions you have. And as soon as we either finish with the customer or return to cell phone service area, we will be able to receive your message, return that call, and have all those questions answered for you. And then also, if you send us an email, if it's been one business day, you have not gotten an email reply back, please check your spam folder. We get a high rate of our emails end up landing in people's spam folders. And otherwise, that's going to wrap things up. You're going to see two things kind of coming up over top of your screen as we conclude. One's going to be a shortcut to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, if you're shopping, if you're in the market for something, please consider subscribing. That's going to alert you anytime a new video post. You'll get a notice from Google or YouTube anytime something new posts to all of our subscribers out there. And then also that other thing coming across the top of your screen is going to be a shortcut to our current listings playlist. If you're only wanting to see what's available without leaving YouTube, then you're going to want to click that current listings playlist. That's going to take you to our current listings available at our YouTube channel. You can also get there by going to youtube.com/yournewboat. I thank you again for joining us. Again, this is the 2008 Bryant 210 Bowrider for sale here in East Tennessee near Norris Lake. Again, this is the one owner with that new engine block with the 3-year warranty on it. Single axle trailer with brakes and swing tongue is all included. I thank you again for joining us, and we'll see you next time.